Hi, Samantha. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So, for my fans at home, what's your role in this film?
Yeah, so I play David's wife. I play Cecily Tangier. I play a woman who loves her husband, who runs their hair salon equally and is trying to figure out how to make ends meet. And there's a few things that kind of go wrong in the midst of doing that.
And
Not to give anything away.
is that what drew you or attracted you to Harley's script?
Yeah, so I was attracted to the fact that, like, typically I don't get to play characters who are a little bit more rock and roll and have that kind of style, a little bit like Stevie Nicks. I play a lot of, like, happy, like, cheeky girls. So this was kind of cool to play someone with, like, crazy hair and rocker and someone who knew a lot about music. And Harley just kind of trusted me and trusted my training. So it felt good to be hired for that reason, yeah.
So how alike are you with your character? Do you know rock music as well as she does too?
I do a little bit more now. I was raised with a set of parents who sort of knew that world, but Harley actually introduced me to even more, and during my research I sort of started to get into it to a lot more. So yeah, she taught me a lot, I think.
Who are some of your favorites, if I want to know? Artists, rock stars.
Oof. God. No, actually, I'm a little bit more into like Leonard Cohen, Fleetwood Mac, maybe the Beach Boys a little bit. Probably, I mean, Aretha Franklin, rest in peace. I've been listening to her a lot since her passing, and just reminded about what she could do with soul. Otis Redding, yeah, just all the classics. Yeah, I think so.
I read the synopsis. I haven't screened it yet, but it seems like a story of a guy.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a guy trying to maybe make a comeback. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, what kind of themes you would want the audience to take away from this guy's like desire or ambition to come back?
Yeah. Well, I think everyone can relate to the idea of someone having a passion for something, and maybe it's not always as easy as certain movies can make that look. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what that is for you in your life, but sometimes we really want to do something and it's just really not that easy. Or maybe you have a high and you come back down and then you think, am I still going to pursue this even if there isn't the fame and the accolades? So what does that mean? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a real passion, so you have to think about that. And being as an actor, clearly I deal with that kind of thing as well. So I hope that the film can touch people in that way, and also just keep everyone on the edge of their seats, because it is a thriller.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
it looks very inspiring because people will tell me like, "Oh, it's too late for you, man," or "You're too old now," or like maybe you just move on to another passion.
The truth of the matter is that everyone's going to have an opinion and tell you that you can't do this or you can't do that. And as long as it just like feeds the flame, I'll tell you the truth of the matter. Not long ago, I catered an event here. I was pouring people drinks at another movie premiere. And now I'm here with my own movie. And now you're here on the red carpet doing an interview where I'm sure at some point in your life you weren't doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all in this. We all have our passions, so like, I hope that's what people take away from it.
Harley, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So, this is loosely based on true story, maybe?
Well, this is my life. I play David Tangiers, who is me. I am him. I basically the thriller aspect. Although I've had some stalkers in my life, it's mainly based on Mark Chapman that killed John Lennon. But everything else is me. I was a rock and roller musician for years. I had 2 albums out. Kind of fought that battle for a long time. I still make music. I love it. But I also own hair salons, and I just combine everything that I do. I love being an auteur, and basically I put everything in there because I had to get this one out of my system. And the next one I'll play like a doctor or a chiropractor or something.
I looked you up. Your previous film is also set on a hair salon. At a hair salon, correct?
No, there's one that was a short of this.
Okay.
But then there was one that called Weathered Storms that was about a couple trapped indoors during a storm in New York where they can't leave the house, but they're about to break up. And they have to they can't leave. So when you're in a heated argument and you want to leave, but you can't because there's a raging storm. So you have to face each other and work it out. So it was like a 15-minute short called Weathered Storms. But the salon thing was a teaser reel for this. That's what you saw. Yeah.
So, as a guy, I grew up loving rock music. who are some of your favorite artists that you look up to?
The Beatles, definitely John Lennon with the Mark Chapman thing with Hobby, and also Guns N' Roses are awesome, but I really love the Rolling Stones. I love a lot of music like that has been coming out, like Brian Jonestown Massacre, a lot of the '60s inspired kind of music. But if I had to really, like break it down, it's really the classics: the Stones, the Beatles, Eagles. Definitely, I like Britpop, Oasis, Radiohead. Yeah, that's one of my favorite bands. Well, when I was growing up, that was what I loved. So that was my band. Was like my first band. I love those bands. A lot of the Britpop bands, but I love the old classics. Most of my bands I love are from England. So.
Now, between you and me, as a rock fan to another, how can we resurrect rock in this day and
You
age?
should do it. Well, by making movies like this, right? And by getting songs out. Actually, Dead Envy has a soundtrack that's coming out on the 24th. You got to go see it. I got to go buy it on iTunes. The Dead Envy soundtrack. There's actually a few artists. I wrote 7 of the songs on it. And there's about 12 songs on it. Wade Settle and a band called No Girlfriends. They have a song on a major scene in the film. It's a few of my friends that their music didn't get the push it deserved, but it was so friggin' awesome that we need to have it come out. So rock and roll will be resurrected, and I'm meeting more and more young people that are saying, I like Guns N' Roses, listen to the Eagles, stuff like that, and this stuff is amazing. I'm good. So, yeah, I feel like a lot more and more people are saying that,
Yes, one of my final questions. I saw the trailer for Dead Envy, loved it. So it seems like it's a story about a guy that wants to make his comeback. What do you want the audience to take away? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to pursue my passion, but I don't know if it's too late, if I'm too old for it.
That's the whole thing that I thought, not only can they relate to it's a thriller, but everyone has that thought. Am I too old? I don't care if you want to go into computer science or you want to go into fashion, or if you're 38, that's his age in the movie. You think that it's like a death sentence, but it's not, And age is just something, it's a number, and we all put that number on something that it's just a number, Now, if you can't do it anymore, or you don't look good anymore, or you're not publicly aware of what's going on out there, it's a different story. But if you're up for it and you're good at it, age doesn't really matter. And that's what I really want to do in this movie, is show that everybody, I don't care if it's woodworking or, maybe I should go to law school when you're, 40. Everybody says, maybe I still can, And that's what I really want to drive home in this movie. That even though his wife, even though she's sweet and follows him everywhere, like as far as what he wants to do, she's always trying to say, well, maybe it's time, but I'll follow you, And he's like, I just believe in it. Just a little bit more. Just give me a little more time, Until he goes far enough to hire this kid who's a psycho, so.
Surround yourself with people that believe in you.
Yes. I mean, you got to get rid of the energy drainers. You got to get rid of the dream killers, because they're out there. And everyone's going to tell you a reason why you can't do something. But I'm proof. I'm doing it. This is a second career. It's a third career for me. And, I own a hair salon. I made a couple of albums. I make music. And now I'm making films. And I don't see why I can't do all of them. You just got to do them one at a time, because you can't ride 3 horses with one ass, So you have to, basically just ride one horse, then get off there and ride the next one. And then at the end, we'll all run together, But in the beginning, you just got to do one thing at a time.